Damn, I can't even get it out. I've been going off this morning. Man, I had such a download. I want to say this. The energy right now is motherfuckers is getting caught red fucking handed. They done came and stole everything in your house. Didn't leave you with shit. You ever seen one of them episodes on whatever fucking show? It don't matter, from the 30s or 40s, 50s, 60s to up into the 2000s today. You've seen an episode where somebody got robbed and all their shit is gone. They left you with nothing. I don't even know toilet paper to wipe your ass. Damn, you know when you moving in, you be like so happy that there's a roll of fucking toilet paper because it just be so fucking, for whatever reason, you gotta go to the damn bathroom. What the fuck? It's like a motherfucker done came in your house, stole all your shit, all your essence, and then they there when your shit is gone. They even helping you looking for your shit. And then you be like, damn, okay, I got God. And the next time you get over to their house, your whole goddamn essence is in their house. This is how motherfuckers is getting caught. Like, they doing stupid shit like this. You know what I mean? We in this energy where motherfuckers done came and stole all of your joy, essence, your love, your heart, your gentleness, your touch, your sound, your rhythm. They done stole everything, your ideas, your creative shits. Like, you was really walking out here like, what the fuck? But deep down inside, you knew that you was worthy and greater for whatever the fuck was going on. You knew that there was an end to this shit. Like, I know what the fuck I came here for. I know this ain't it. And you started recognizing motherfuckers for who they were. Like, I ain't never been the type of person that felt joyous inside whenever I found some money or stole, or not stole, but you know, like you find a purse. Like, I've told this story before. I found a purse. We was in our teens. And I wanted to turn the purse in, and the girls that was with me, they was like, no, let's look and see if it's some money in there. You know what I mean? We too goofy to try to take ID and anything, look for anything else. We still, back in our day, we still, like, we didn't come from that hard thug life where we had to do shit to survive. Like, I know girls who was doing that shit, but no, we was the innocent ones, but we still had a little, you know, but I was still always the one, no, let's turn the purse in ass energy. Never been the one to see somebody down. And even though I might have fell into it not knowing that that's like we about to joan on somebody. Hell no, when y'all get around me, fuck that. I'm not playing. They used to get mad at me because I don't want to play that game. Why the fuck would you sit there and talk about all of my flaws and I'm supposed to laugh and be okay with it? Not now. Now listen. Hurt people hurt people. Why would you try to take out the ugliest part of my life and showcase it for the whole world to laugh at? That's what a bully does. You know what I mean? You may call it battle rap, but that's pain. If you're talking about uplifting the community and shit like that, yeah, I get that. That's different. If you're talking about rebuilding, if you're talking about love, if you're talking about, you know, us uniting and shit, yeah, I can understand that. But when you're trying to tear a motherfucker down just because you ain't got no creative ass thinking, it's different. But I digress. Going back to what we in this shit for. What we're here for. The lesson I learned today is that we are really not this body. I've been hearing it, and I'm like, how are we not this body when I'm moving in this body? The body is not the issue. The it's you is the fact that you're a whole ass spirit. You are literally a damn spirit. That's just like your body jumping in a car. You are the spirit that's jumping in the car. That's just like spirits jumping in your body. Like motherfuckers be like, damn, they left the keys open. I mean, the windows open and the keys in the car. Man, nigga, I'm about to jump all the way in this one. That's what your body is a vehicle for other motherfuckers to ride in. Some bitches like to ride solo, dolo. Yes, with the sunroof down, everything. By our motherfucking self. If you not gonna be a Louise, or if you Thelma, if I'm Louise and you Thelma, whatever, how the fuck y'all want to switch it? I don't give a fuck. It's a title. It could be motherfucking Bonnie and Clyde. However we in this motherfucker, you gonna have to be with me because I'm gonna be with you. It's a ride or die in this bitch. Whatever. The energy is we gonna be in this bitch. We gonna die together. We going off this motherfucking cliff together. Ain't nobody trying to kill nobody. We on the same fucking mission. We in the same goddamn car. Why the fuck you in the car if you're not going where I'm going? You see what I'm saying? This is what motherfuckers do when they hijack your shit. And you not being setting up boundaries. And you're not being the one to tell motherfuckers no. This shit is real. And they say, oh, you changed. Yeah, because now I don't see you as my family member. I don't see you as my school teacher. I don't see you as my business partner. I don't see you as my best friend no more. I don't see you as I see a fucking spirit. And you know the spirit because the spirit been trying you for years. And you just now realizing that this shit is really fucking spiritual. See, motherfuckers is trying to take that religious mindset into a spiritual world. You can take a spiritual mind into a religious world and get a whole nother outcome, but you cannot take the religious mind into a spiritual world. You're going to lose. You're going to get trampled on. You're going to get walked in. Motherfuckers know when other spirits is not right within their body because they've been doing this shit alone for themselves. So when motherfuckers try to come with the fuck shit, we see you coming. We know what you want. We just want to see how far you can go. Some motherfuckers just is straight no, hell no, no, fuck no, no. But some of the motherfuckers be thinking that they could just take advantage because you politely opened the door for them. They did ring the doorbell, ass energy. They used the knocker. They knocked on the door, whatever. They got your attention. But you thought under false pretenses that this motherfucker was about that life. They in the spiritual game, but no, they still thinking religious. Lee. They still thinking religious. Lee. The motherfuckers who wrote the shit ain't even following it. The ones who's preaching it to you ain't even following it. So how in the hell do you expect to be following some shit that you don't even know what that? You gotta follow yourself. Unfollow everybody you goddamn can until you know how to follow yourself. If you don't know how to follow yourself, then you need to go set yourself down and talk to God. Tell him what's on your mind. Yeah, you need to go sit your ass down. 43. Of course you wouldn't copy the whole thing. You son of a bitch. That's all right. I'm coming because I'm going to read this whole shit. I'm going to read this whole goddamn, and it sounds so different. It sounds so different. Where we at? 15%. Okay. I am not going to lose my battery either. It sounds so different reading it in the Message. I might have to break this up, but that's okay. If you have patience to listen to me say this whole thing, trust me, it will make sense. One Sabbath, Jesus was strolling with his disciples through a field of ripe grain. Hungry. The disciples was pulling off the heads of grain and munching on them. Some Pharisees reported to them, Jesus, your disciples breaking the Sabbath rules. They out here fucking up. You know that's my ad-lib. Anyway, verse 3-5. Jesus said, really? Didn't you ever read what David and his companions did when they were hungry? How they entered the sanctuary and ate fresh bread off the altar, bread that no one but the priests were allowed to eat. And didn't you ever read in God's law that priests carrying out their temple duties break Sabbath rules all the time and it's not held against them? Verse 6 and 8. I'm not ad-libbing. This is how this shit is reading, okay? Verse 6-8. There is far more at stake here than religion. Let me read that again. There is far more at stake here than religion. Okay, should I repeat that? This is verse 6. There is far more at stake here than religion. If you had any idea what this scripture meant, I prefer a flexible heart to an inflexible ritual. You wouldn't be nitpicking like this. The Son of Man is no yes man to the Sabbath. He's in charge. Verse 9-10. When Jesus left the field, he entered their meeting place. There was a man there with a crippled hand. They said to Jesus, is it legal to heal on the Sabbath? They were baiting him. Verse 11-14. He replied, is there a person here who, finding one of your lambs fallen in the ravine, wouldn't, even though it was a Sabbath, pull it out? Anyway, surely kindness to people is as legal as kindness to animals. Then he said to the man, hold out your hand. He held it out and it was healed. The Pharisees walked out furious, sputtering about how they were going to ruin Jesus. All because he's doing good. Ugh. Anyway, in charge of everything. Verse 15-21. Jesus, knowing that they were out to get him, moved on. A lot of people followed him and he healed them all. He also cautioned them to keep it quiet, following guidelines set down by Isaiah. Look well at my hand-picked servant. I love him so much. Take such delight in him. I have placed my spirit on him. He'll decree justice to the nations, but he won't yell, won't raise his voice. There will be no commotion in the streets. He won't walk over anyone's feelings, won't push you in the corner. Before you know it, his justice will triumph. The mere sound of his name will signal hope, even among far-off unbelievers. Damn. No neutral ground. Verse 22-23. Next, a poor demon-afflicted wretch, both blind and deaf, was set down before him. I'm not laughing at that, but y'all gotta hear how afflicted this man was. He was demon afflicted. He couldn't see or hear. He was sat down before him. Jesus healed him, gave him sight and hearing. The people who saw it were impressed. This has to be the Son of David. Verse 24. But the Pharisees, when they heard the report, were cynical. Black magic, they said. Some devil trick he's pulled from his sleeve. Verse 25-27. Jesus confronted that slander. A judge who gives opposite verdicts on the same person cancels himself out. A family that's in a constant squabble disintegrates. If Satan banishes Satan, is there any Satan left? If you're slinging devil mud at me, calling me a devil, kicking out devils, doesn't the same mud stick to your own exorcists? Verse 28-29. But if it's by God's power that I am sending the evil spirits packing, but if it's by God's power that I am sending the evil spirits packing. I'm going to say it one more time. But if it's by God's is power, that I am sending the evil spirits packing, then God's kingdom is here for sure. How in the world do you think it's possible in broad daylight to enter into the house of an awakened, able-bodied man and walk off with his shit? It don't say that. It say walk off with his possessions unless you tie him up first. Tie him up, though, and you can clean him out. Verse 30. This is war, and there is no neutral ground. If you're not on my side, you're the fucking enemy. Okay, that was my expression, fucking. It don't say that. Let me read it how it's supposed to be read. Okay, verse 30. This is war, and there is no neutral ground. If you're not on my side, you're the enemy. If you're not helping, you're making things worse. Verse 31 and 32. There is nothing done or said that cannot be forgiven. But if you deliberately persist in your slander against God's spirit, now we got to figure out if you serving the same God. This is me ad-libbing. Motherfuckers be hollering God, but be on some whole dark ass shit. And when I say dark, I'm talking about evil that goes against the natures and the laws of this land. Not man's laws and nature and whatever the rules they fucking came up with. I'm talking about nature, God, the one who created this whole shit, the air that we breathe. These motherfuckers that's in charge ain't did that. So you got to make sure you following the same God. They put it in this book, okay? But you got to figure out what God you serving. Remember it said, where we at? 31, 32. Where we at? Okay, I can't figure out. But I'm looking for the one. If you ain't helping, then you in the fucking way. That's the one I'm looking for. Okay, yeah, I just said it. Okay, this is war, and there is no neutral ground. If you're not on my side, you're the enemy. If you're not helping, you're making things work. You in the fucking way. Anyway, 31 and 32. There's nothing done or said that can't be forgiven. But if you deliberately persist in your slanders against God's spirit, you're repudiating the very one who forgives you. Maybe make sure I said that word, repudiating. There it is. If you reject the Son of Man out of some misunderstanding, the Holy Spirit can forgive you. But when you reject the Holy Spirit, you're sawing off the branch on which you're sitting, severing by your own perversity all connection with the one who forgives. That's what I don't understand. You want to go to heaven, but you're doing every fucking thing other than. What we got? 13%. If you grow a healthy tree, you'll pick a healthy fruit. If you grow a diseased tree, you'll pick worm-eating fruit. The fruit tells you about the tree. Remember the fruit of the spirit? The one that we read back in that book. I forget which one it is. You got to figure it out. You read it. You know it. You know it by fucking heart. You can probably say the shit backwards. Verse 34 through 37. You have minds like a snake pit. How do you suppose what you say is worth anything when you are so foul-minded? It's your heart, not the dictionary, that gives meaning to your words. A good person produces good deeds and words season after season. An evil person is a blight on the orchid. Let me tell you something. Every one of these careless words is going to come back to haunt you. There will be a time of reckoning. Words are powerful. Take them seriously. Words can be your salvation, or words can be your damnation. Jonah Evidence, verse 38. Later, a few religious scholars and Pharisees cornered him. Teacher, we want to see your credentials. Give us some hard evidence that God is in this. How about a miracle? 39 through 40. Jesus said, you're looking for proof, but you're looking for the wrong kind. All you want is something to titillate your curiosity, satisfy your lust miracles. The only proof you're going to get is what looks like the absence of proof. Jonah evidence. Like Jonah, 3 days and nights in the fish's belly, the Son of Man will be gone 3 days and nights in a deep grave. 41 through 42. On Judgment Day, this where it get good for you motherfuckers. Anyway, that's out here that's fucking around. If you've been righteous, then you on the good side. If you've been fucking up, this is your judgment day right here. 41 through 42. On Judgment Day, the Ninevites will stand up and give evidence that will condemn this generation. Because when Jonah preached to them, they changed their lives. A far greater preacher than Jonah is here, and you squabble about proofs. On Judgment Day, the Queen of Sheba will come forward and bring evidence that will condemn this generation because she's traveled from a far corner of the earth to listen to wise Solomon. Wisdom far greater than Solomon's is right in front of you, and you quibble over evidence. This is that flat earth shit. Don't make no fucking sense. It don't matter if it's flat around, nigga. We got far more greater shit to be worrying about. Where the fuck if it's flat around? Verse 43 through 45. When a defiling evil spirit is expelled from someone, it drifts along through the desert looking for an oasis. Some unsuspecting soul, it can be devil. When it doesn't find anyone, it says, I'll go back to my old hunt. On return, it finds the person spotlessly clean but vacant. This is the motherfucker, like I said in the beginning, that left the keys in the car with the damn windows open. You gotta lock your spiritual doors and your spiritual windows. Call back your energy every motherfucking night and every motherfucking morning when you rise. Fuck all that. On return, it finds the person spotlessly clean but vacant. These are the righteous motherfuckers. These are earth angels. These are indigo children. These are all the good shits. All the ones with it. You know? And then runs out and runs up 7 other spirits more evil than itself, and they all move in, whooping it up, having a good fucking time, tearing this motherfucker up, because they just is an open vessel out here playing in the witchcraft streets, playing in the graveyard streets, playing in the damn voodoo streets, playing in all these shit. Y'all out here fucking around and don't know what the fuck you doing. That person ends up far worse off than if he never got cleaned up in the first fucking place. That's what this generation is like. You may think you've cleaned out the junk from your lives and gotten ready for God, but you weren't hospitable to my kingdom message. And now all the devils done moved the fuck back in. You don't say that. It say, and now all the devils are moving back in. You played with fire. Now fire is here. Obedience is thicker than blood. Verse 46 through 47. While he was still talking to the crowd, his mothers and brothers showed up. Now Jesus on one. I ain't got time to be playing with you motherfuckers. All that he went through in the beginning, he healing, he fucking being inspirational, he telling the truth, he telling motherfuckers, and then what? They were outside trying to get a message to him. Someone told Jesus, your mother and brothers out here want to speak with you. Verse 48 and 50, Jesus didn't respond directly, but said, who do you think my mother and brothers are? He then stretched out his hand toward his disciples. Look closely. These are my mother and brothers. Obedience is thicker than blood. Your loyalty is thicker than what the fuck and who you are in my family. The person who obeys my heavenly Father's will is my brother and sister and mother. Just because people out here got the title, it's just like if you were to go, you were born in one family and you got put up for adoption and you went to another family. This is where we are now. Just because you was born into another family, you've been adopted into another family, and they don't do the same things that your original family did. When you leave that second family, when you go to another, they ain't going to do the same things. As everybody is different. Just because they hold the title of mother, brother, sister, cousin, auntie, uncle, grandma, grandpa, all that shit. In this day and time, if you were listening, they went and got 7 other motherfuckers to join in with them because they hated you so fucking bad. And they hated you so motherfucking bad to where they got 7 other motherfuckers to go against you. And imagine if those 7 went and got 7 of their own. You know how they do with the pyramid scheme. The thing where you get one and then they get one and then they get one and then they get, you know what I mean? They went and got all this allegiance to go against you. And because you left, how old was Jesus? He was woke when he was 13 years old, and today is the 13th. So some of you guys have been woke for so long, but because your families knew who you were and you didn't, you just knew you had a special purpose. You just knew it was something on it, but all of everything they put you through was all the tests to see if you was going to hold your integrity, to hold your loyalty to the truth, to the mission, to the purpose. It ain't all for naught. Yeah, you got some knockups and some hangups and some bang-ups and some all that shit. Your body might be hurting a little bit here and there and all that, but you stayed true to the game. This is not the new me. This the true me. You gotta know that this shit is everything they fucking stole gotta come back. Cause they getting their ass handed to them right now. It's not just 7 motherfuckers. Them 7 motherfuckers who ain't got 7 of they goddamn partners to go live inside their body. They got too much shit to worry about to be fucking with you. Stay focused on this mission. Stay focused on your purpose. You done made it this far. And your reward is now. Start celebrating. We about to celebrate, y'all. We about to have fun. What it say, 10,000 gonna fall on your left and your right, but none of it'll touch you. And if you spiritually tapped in, you already know what it is. Everything ain't what it is, what it looked like. Believe none of what you see and half of what you hear, or some shit like that, or you know, if you know, the fuck, hang up my damn phone.